Listen, I'll say this again. If today you have to work to earn money to pay your bills, it should be a warning sign that you might always have to work to earn money to pay your bills. If that statement is true, then it should put a little spidey sense in your head to say, I need a plan to earn money so I can pay my bills because we're always going to have bills.
Yeah, they're not
I
going to
need to
stop.
figure out a way to have money come in without me doing the work.
Welcome to the Real Estate Pros Show, where we interview real estate investing professionals from coast to coast, as well as the service providers that serve the real estate investing industry. Our goal is simple: share what's working now to help you improve and scale your business to the next level and meet the pros that can help you get there. Real Estate Pros is powered by Investor Fuel, America's leader in helping real estate investors and professionals build the business you need to live the life you've always dreamed of. Let's start today's show. Property insurance for real estate investors doesn't have to be difficult, but it does need to be there to protect you when you need it. MyInvestorInsurance.com not only provides insurance at 15 to 30% cheaper than traditional agencies, it's built specifically for real estate investors like you. You can set up an account in about 2 minutes, get quotes on properties, turn on and turn off insurance for your fix and flip or rental properties in around 2 minutes without having to talk to anyone directly, all through our portal. There's no better way or faster way to make sure you've got the coverage you need to protect you, and no more lengthy policies either. Once you're set up, you're billed monthly and prorated by the day for however long your policy is active. It's powered by MSI, the third largest independent MGA, with 1.5 million customers and more than $1 billion in cumulative premiums written. Get set up today in about 2 minutes at myinvestorinsurance.com/fuel.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Investor Fuel Podcast. I'm your host, Leo Wehdeking, and today I am joined by someone I've been looking forward to chatting with, Austin, who's been making serious moves in the financial real estate industry. Austin, glad to have you here, man.
Thank you, Leo.
Hey, Austin, awesome. Listen, I think our listeners are really going to take something away from how you've been handling your financial starship business. All right. Now, for the people that actually are not familiar with your world, can you give us the short version on what's your main focus these days?
Yeah, it's funny. I just had my dentist ask me this 2 days ago. She said, "What do you do?" And I said, "I sell wisdom and common sense."
All right, that's great. And Austin, just one quick question. Like, okay, so you're a financial advisor, am I right? And also a coach.
No, I am not a legal financial advisor. I have to make sure I disclose that that is not what I do, but I give financial advice for a living.
Okay, perfect. Now, can you tell us a little bit more about your journey and how you've been able, to get where you're at right now?
So, I would say this is no matter where you're at, if you want financial success, it's a three-step process. You have to make money, you have to save money, and then you have to invest the money. And so everybody's going to be in one of those three places. You're either most of the world can't figure out how to even make the money to start with, and that's where most people get stuck. And then once you figure out that you know how to make it, then the problem becomes is I can't figure out how to save it. And no matter how much I make, I never have enough. And I thought once I made 100,000, I would have money. I thought once I made 300,000, I'd have money. I have clients that make millions and they still don't have any money. Okay.
Okay.
So phase two is to save the money. And then phase three would be to invest. And if you get past phase three, very few people ever will get to play with their vision, Leo. Their vision is that thing they desire and dream of that very few people ever get to play with, get to become, get to live in. And so I say there's three steps. There's actually four, but I tell people there's three. The fourth is just your reality of life then. And being around entrepreneurs 85% of my life, I can highly speak into this because it's all I've ever seen. My whole life is dealing with entrepreneurs.
Okay, cool, cool. Now, Austin, can you tell us in what markets are you operating in?
Stop living on an island and join the #1 mastermind in America for professional real estate investors. Investor Fuel is a community of hundreds of the nation's top investors working together to build stronger businesses and better lives. In addition to the amazing community of real estate investors acting as a board of advisors for one another, Investor Fuel members have access to 100% funding on purchase and repairs for our members only, a health insurance program, and benefits and discounts that more than pays for the membership of most of our members, meaning it's actually costing you money to not be a member of Investor Fuel. If you're looking to scale your business and build a business that allows you to live the life of your dreams, please visit investorfuel.com today and book a call with our team.
I primarily operate in the United States, but I have clients in Africa and Europe.
Okay, cool, cool, man. Now, Austin, something that actually caught my attention about you, it's how you've been able, to put all together when it comes about, being, well, you told me that you're not a legal financial advisor, but
Yes.
you mentioned something, about financial stewardship. All right. Can you
Yes.
can you tell us or dive in a little bit more into what that means?
Well, let me ask you, Leo, what does financial stewardship mean to you?
Well, actually, for me, it's a person who gives me advice on my finance. That's what I understand about that. But again,
Okay.
you're the expert. You're the one who, should give us your own insight. Talking from experience, you're a guy that actually knows how the playbook in the financial business world.
Yeah. So I look at financial stewardship as how you take care of the talents and gifts and opportunities that you've been given. That's what I look at financial stewardship as. So, if I go to the parable of the talents from the Bible, if you've been given $100, how well do you take care of that and use that in the proper places in life? And most of us aren't great stewards of what we've been given.
Okay.
Most of us are consumers.
Yeah. Well,
We consume, we consume, we consume, and a lot of us consume more than what we even have.
yeah. Pretty much, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I look at as financial stewardship. So, for whoever's listening, is the question would be is how well do you take care of what's been given to you? Because most of us want more. We have a bigger dream and desire than our current reality, right? Like if you think of your life, Leo,
hmm
you have a bigger dream of your life than where you currently are at, more than likely. Is that correct? Or are you there?
Well, I think that once you reach a phase in your life, you definitely set up another one, you know? So
Yes.
for me, I call it growing. All right. We're never going to be happy with what we have. And once we actually accomplish something, automatically we set up in motion another goal. I don't know if that's what you're trying to
Yeah.
say.
My therapist calls that moving the goalpost.
Moving, exactly.
You're
Yeah.
you're constantly moving the
Moving the
goalpost.
goalpost. Exactly.
Yeah, which he
Once,
says don't do. He says that's not fair.
so,
Don't do that because then you're never happy because you're never making, let's say, the field goal then. So the question goes back to, okay, financial stewardship, how do we take better care of what we have? And that's understanding that I have a vision and my vision needs funded. Okay, so then I ask the question, well, what is your vision? What
what
is the vision of your life? What is the vision of your money? How does money play into your life?
Well, I think that probably, that's something that you need to respond, okay? Because again, you are the one who is actually in that world, so you should tell us from your own experience, what do you think about that?
So what if I'm actually showing you by asking questions that make people think about their own lives? Instead of giving you the answer, what if I'm asking you questions? Hence, this is what I do for a living, Leo.
Yeah, I
Help
know.
people understand. because I can tell you the answers, but until you understand why you would want the answers and why they're important to you, the answers don't matter.
If you're looking for consistent, high-quality leads, look no further than Investor Machine. Investor Machine isn't just another agency, it's the most sophisticated, data-driven lead generation company on the planet for real estate investors, and serves the role of being not just a lead generator for your business, but a marketing partner that is helping you achieve your goals along the way. Go to investormachine.com to learn more and schedule a call with our team today.
And so helping people understand, what are their answers? What does vision mean to me? What is financial stewardship? Why would I go through the process of trying to make more money than I currently make, hence give you a headache? Or as some people might think, create more opportunity that could be a liability.
Okay.
So why would I go through all that for what? Why am I learning? Why would I listen to this? And so these are the questions in coaching in the world that I live in, which is coaching and training. And I've lived in other worlds in my life. I've ran one of the top real estate teams in the country. I was one of the top agents in the state of Indiana in real estate. I have a portfolio of about 50 single family properties. I've done the games. I've played the games. Now the question becomes is, how do I help other people understand their game and the rules of the game and how it actually works, and then how to win the game?
Okay. And how would you do that?
Well,
How would you help people, to set real expectations about what they want in the future?
yeah, well, so I'll break down. Last year I created, I'll back up here. 13 years ago, I was on welfare. And today I am far from that. I actually live a life that I designed, and financials are great, lifestyle's great, work's great. And the question that I had is, will my kids understand the life when we're on welfare? Or are they going to understand the life where we're at today? And the answer is, they only know today. And so I took about 6 months out of my year last year. Imagine you taking 6 months off of work to write and document everything you knew about money. So, okay.
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 That's
6 months off of work to write and document everything you know about money. And where it all starts with a vision. It says, without a vision, people perish, Leo. So that's why I started with vision with you, because without a vision, people perish. So you got to have a vision. And then after that, it comes into awareness. And what I've learned is that we're either always learning about money, or we were taught about money from our childhood, positive and negative, probably more negative than positive.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
correct. Actually, well, that's what the system tell us to do. Okay, like you go to school and they teach us whatever they want to teach us over there. Okay, but yeah, we've been taught about money, in many ways, negative, positive. But I think that eventually you end up like building your own road. Okay,
Of course.
depending on whether if you have a vision or not. All right, yeah, everything starts with a vision. All right, but along the road you're gonna find some bumps. All right, so maybe your vision starts to deviate a little bit. Okay, but that doesn't mean that you're not going in the right direction. Okay, you just need to go around those little bumps on the road. All
Yes,
right,
that's exactly
in
right.
order to
Good
reach
job.
to your vision. All right, and
Yeah.
that's why I want to ask you how you've been able to, yeah, to keep your business running smoothly without losing sight of your vision.
Well, it's funny, when I wrote everything I've learned and was taught about financials, what I've realized is that it all starts with your personal finances. It doesn't actually have anything to do with your business. Your personal finances are like the foundation of your wealth. And if you don't get your personal finances right, it doesn't matter how much money you make in your business, your personal life will consume it all.
That's correct.
At least it has with 99% of the people that I've worked with in my life. And so if you don't get and I work with some heavy, heavy hitters on the business side.
If you're a new or newer real estate investor looking to launch or grow your real estate investing business, please check out Investor Fuel Club. It's a coaching community, but unlike anything you've ever seen before. And you can actually partner with members of our mastermind from coast to coast on deals right in your market. There's no better opportunity to build a consistent business than to literally partner with pros to help you avoid costly mistakes, avoid the need for capital to do deals, and help you eliminate your fears as you're starting your business. Learn more about Investor Fuel Club at investorfuel.com/club.
If you don't get your personal financials right, Leo, it's not going to matter how much you make.
Yeah, because at the end, you're gonna spend it all. You know, it
You're going to
doesn't matter
spend
if
it
you
all.
make if you make 500,000 today, you know, versus 1 million tomorrow. If you don't have your personal finances together, like, yeah, you're gonna spend all your money because you don't know
You're going to
how
spend it all.
you don't know how to react or how to, yeah, you don't know how to behave when you have.
Yep. So then let me ask you this. Where do we learn our behaviors from?
I think everything starts at home.
Goes back to your childhood.
Exactly.
And then go into your parents and your grandparents and the area in which you live.
But
And how did you watch other people spend their money? Because all of us get money somewhere, somehow. If it's from the government, if it's from your work, if it's from your family members, we all get money. The problem is none of us have money. And so what we're taught normally in our childhood, everybody's going to be a little bit different, but we're normally taught, most families, I would say in the United States, don't have any money because they spend it all. And so you as a child, you as an early teen, and you as an adult, what you've watched happen your entire life is your family spend all the money. And you think that's normal. You don't know any different.
because that's what we've been shown. That's what
That's what
we've
you've
been
been shown.
shown.
Yes.
Exactly
That's what
from the
you've
very beginning.
learned. You weren't taught it, Leo. You learned it by
By
watching and observing.
watching. Exactly.
And so the second thing after creating a vision is awareness. I work on people with. Are you aware how you handle money, how you think about money, how money shows up to you in your life? Most people have a bad relationship with money, Leo, is what I found. And I equate it to most people's relationship with money is the same as it is their ex. And when I say ex, that's their ex-boyfriend, ex-husband, ex whatever. You're laughing right now, but that's the truth. They have a negative emotion to money. And first off, they don't realize it. And second of all, when I'm working with them, if I don't realize that, then I'm getting all this negativity coming back to me when I'm dealing with someone and their money. Then how do you think I respond to it? Not well. Mm.
Obviously.
So the second piece is awareness. The third piece I get into then is personal spending. And one of the fun exercises I do is I have you go through the last 90 days of your personal expenses and list them all out. Just become aware of where all the money went.
Exactly. That is a good
Just
exercise.
right. Oh, it's going to open up everybody's eyes if they were to do it.
Yeah, that's
Right. And
right.
normally they don't want to do that. Why don't they want to do it?
Because they're
Because
gonna,
they don't like the way it looks.
obviously, well, when a person does that, immediately they're putting themselves in the spot. You know, okay, so this person, you know, if I tell him this, you know, he's gonna know way too much about me, all right, and how I handle my money, all right, or how I spend my money. And trust me, you learn a lot by knowing how people spend their money, or in what things they spend their money. And you'll be surprised because most of the time you'll see that people, and you said the word, we consume too much, all right.
Yes.
Nowadays everything, uh, and again, I'm gonna travel back in time because you said that that's what we've been shown to do. Am I right?
Yeah. Here's another
Exactly.
question. Why do people consume too much? They've been shown. What's another reason?
Another reason, I can't think of one in my head right now, but I would say one, and I think it's, people sometimes when, and I'm gonna put as an example, um, social media. All right, um, when you are looking at your Instagram, all right, before we used to look at pictures and what people were doing, all right. So I think that when it comes about spending money, people like to do what other people are doing. All right.
Why?
So because it makes them feel good. It makes them
Makes them
feel
feel good. So
accept.
they're masking
Exactly.
an emotion that they're personally dealing with.
Yeah. Sometimes you go to a mall and you see a pair of sneakers, and maybe you have 5, 10 pair of sneakers in your house. Why do you need to buy another one? That's what I think, that people need to be aware, okay, nowadays, that we are actually sometimes we're just buying things, or we're consuming to please ourselves. We're not consuming because it's an urgent matter, or because it is a necessity. No, we're just doing it because we've been taught to do that. And believe it or not, that's how actually the economy moves. All right. Like you
Yes.
said it yourself,
And our economy's how much in debt?
trillions.
Trillions. So
Trillions.
watch what you see, because it doesn't always work.
Exactly, exactly. But
Hmm.
again, we go to the same point where we are actually w- w- we were taught way, way, way back, to spend money. All right. Um, and again, everything comes with technology, with progress. I believe that we spend more money, way much more money now than what we did in the past. Um, because now we have everything available. All right. You have Amazon. You have a lot of, well, all these platforms, that they do work internationally. And before, like if you wanted, you know, to buy something, all right, um, you needed to wait until you were going on a vacation, to a particular um, area or country, where they actually sell those products. But nowadays, it's like at the reach of your hand, and it's easy. It's easy to spend money. All right. What is not easy is to save and build up a map, or, build up a financial map that can take you to where you at right now.
Jump.
All right. So
What do you do? What do you need to do before you save it?
you need to invest. You need
What do
well,
you need
you
to
you
do
need to
before
no,
you
you need to
invest
have a
it?
vision. You need to have a vision,
You need to
or
have
you need to have
yep.
a vision of what you're going to do once you save that money. Because if you're saving money just because, at the end, when you reach your goal, you said like, okay, it took me like 2 years to save this amount. Okay, so I think I can do it again. So what I'm gonna do right now is that I'm gonna go out and I'm gonna spend it. I'm just gonna please myself. And that's that, and
Leo,
I think that's an error that, we as human beings make. All right.
I hope real estate agents do a 3-step process. Make money. So I help them make money. And the way I do that is by giving them a vision and giving them a system and process to follow. Here's your vision, and then here's what you need to do to achieve your vision. So I help them make money. Second piece is I help them save it. The way I help them save it's through my wealth machine that I created. And I actually system in a process that takes the money when it comes into your life, it puts it into the right places to serve your vision.
All right.
And then the third piece is to help them invest it.
Okay. So
Make, save, invest.
make, save,
Because see, once you
invest.
invest it, Leo, here's something comes from my wealth program is assets today, and it's a warning sign. Today, if you have to work to earn money to pay your bills, which 99% of the people do, right? I'll say it again. If you have to work today to earn money to pay your bills, it should be a warning that you might always have to work to earn money to pay your bills.
Yeah, but 99% of the people live like that. So
And you
again,
think they're okay with that?
uh, I'm not saying I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with that. Okay. I cannot talk for the whole world, but I think it is what it is. You know,
That's funny you say that. It is what it is. I think the people realize that it's too hard to go do what I actually need to do for all these different reasons. So I'm okay living in what I am today, even though it's not what I want, it's not what I draw up, but I'm just going to sit here in this life.
well,
Because if not, if they'd listen to what I'm saying, then what that would trigger, listen, I'll say this again. If today you have to work to earn money to pay your bills, it should be a warning sign that you might always have to work to earn money to pay your bills. If that statement is true, then it should put a little spidey sense in your head to say, I need a plan to earn money so I can pay my bills, because we're always going to have bills.
yeah, they're not
I
gonna
need to
stop.
figure out a way to have money come in without me doing the work. And if I went out and I asked 100,000 people that, I said, what's your plan? They wouldn't have a plan. They might have a vision. They might say what they want or what they don't want, but they don't actually have a plan. And that's one of the reasons why I went and documented all this, is so I could show them the blueprint. I could show them the plan. And I put
Okay.
it all, I told you, it took 6 months to write it all out. The exact pieces, the exact steps of how I did this. I am one of the few that escaped the reality of the world. And I did it at a young age because I found my vision. I went to work, I made, saved, and invested. And because I invested, I had enough money that I didn't have to work to pay my bills. It just came in every month. It came in. And then when the money came in, I got to ask myself, what do I really want to create? If I wasn't thinking about having to make money, what would I really do? And you know what I told myself? I would document how the hell I did this for my kids and for other people. And so I went and filmed a program and I wrote a book. So that way people can digest it and they can figure out the exact pieces of how to put together their financial puzzle.
All right. And
And we happen to
everything,
name the
and you have everything on your book, right?
It's all in the book. It's launches October 7th.
All
It's
right.
called The Money Puzzle.
The money puzzle. All right.
The Money
Congratulations, man.
Puzzle.
Congratulations.
Yeah,
I
thank
think I'm
you.
gonna buy one. So I'll be, I'll be on the loop once it's released so that I can buy it right away. All right. Austin, I I really, 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 really need to ask you something. All right. Now, let me ask you this, because I know that a lot of listeners, they might, feel right with what you're saying. So if they wanted to reach out to you, connect with you, maybe collaborate or learn more about what you're doing, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
They can go to my website and they can look at any of my programs and any of the services that I offer. The book will be on there. My coaching's on there. My group coaching, my one-on-one coaching's on there. My products, I have the Agent Success Program, which is how to run a big business and a big life together. I have a Teams program, which is how I documented my business of my leadership, and we scaled to one of the top teams in the country within 3 years. And then we just put our wealth program on there, which is everything I know about money.
All right, cool, cool. Well, Austin, listen, I really appreciate your time, your story, and your perspective. We need more people like you out there doing it the right way. And for those of you just tuning in, if you got value from this, just make sure you're subscribed. All right. We got more conversations with operators just like Austin who are out there building real businesses. Until then, see you in the next episode, guys.
Thanks for joining us for today's Real Estate Pros Show. You can learn more about the amazing benefits of the Investor Fuel Mastermind community, including surrounding yourself with hundreds of other rock stars, 100% financing for your deals, and members-only discounts from vendors you're likely already using that, as a member of Investor Fuel, will save you more than the cost of your membership. Visit investorfuel.com to learn more. If you're interested in joining us as a guest of this show, please visit investorfuel.com/pros to apply. You can also check the show notes for access to free resources, how to get access to world-class lead generation, and much more. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another episode. Have a great day. We'll see you on the next show.